just want to call me, my phone number is 818-915-8041.
The same time, but slower.
818-915-8041.
Thank you.
Cool. All right, let's fucking get it on right now. Hee-ya! Hee-ya! All right. We just need to cover a few ground rules. If that's all right?
No.
We're just going to cover a couple of rules. First rule. This is the what can you touch and not touch rule. Spot number 1. Ladies, can you touch this? Nah. Second touch. Can you touch this? Nah. And finally, ladies, can you touch this? Can you ever fucking touch this? Well, that too, the law says you cannot touch. And I think I see a lot of lawbreakers up in this house. And I don't see a single cop in sight. All right? All right, so. You're watching me, aren't you? Laughing at my little predicament? A familiar predicament to a man like you, huh, Dad? What is it that they say? The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Well, that's where you're wrong. Now you listen to me, you worthless piece of shit. I want you to watch this. In fact, I would like to take a shovel and dig you up out of the fucking ground just to show you could watch. I would put open your eyes and kick the mud and worms and shit out of your ears, just for the duration of this fucking journey. Because it's me driving and not you. And unlike you, I'll go to the place where I should be. And I'll be there to take care of my fuck up. Because it's me driving and not you. So you laugh. Or do whatever the fuck it is you do like you always do. But I'll take care of this. I'll take care of it.
Okay, good.
Just so that it's more interesting.
Good.
All right. Cool. All right. See, I'm a waiter. All right? And when the people come in, when they bring their kids in, it's either one of two things. Either they bring a whole refrigerator's worth of Tupperware, or they don't bring anything at all. Both equally suck. If they do bring in some Tupperware, they hand you this sort of mush, and they ask you to put it in the microwave for like 30 seconds. Like there's a microwave in the kitchen, and like I have time to do this? While they're in there, you throw it into the heating lamp for like 20 seconds, and you bring it back out. And when they put their finger in it, they go, "Could you warm it up for 11 more seconds?" And while you're doing that, they open Tupperware container number 2, which always contains Cheerios in it. Always, always. Cheerios. And the kids, they don't eat the Cheerios. They throw the Cheerios. They throw the Cheerios like they're trying to plant little Cheerio trees all over the restaurant. But if they do bring nothing at all, then it's so much worse. They ask you things like, could the kitchen make some kind of pasta but with no sauce in it? Do you have any fresh melon that you could cut up for us? That's a lot of fresh fruit. Do you have any smaller sizes? Does the kitchen have any cheese pizza? But do me a favor, could you scrape the cheese off? You didn't scrape the cheese off. Now he's not gonna eat it. He doesn't eat that. Eat this! That's the end.
Crystal Dawson.
Thank you.
got all these voices running through my head. Wait, that's not what it sounds like. I'm not actually hearing voices. As such. Well, okay, backtrack. So there's this arts degree that I really want to apply for, but every time I go to hand in a form, I just get swamped with voices. Swamped? Invaded. Attacked. White noise. Okay, let me explain. So my dad's all like, is this a good foundation for your future? Is this going to get you a job at the end of the degree? Yeah, no. How does one respond to that? My sister, in her infinite wisdom, is all like, isn't this just something you and your friends did at school? It's not really who you are or something you want to do the rest of your life? Wow. Foundation's crumbling. And my brother, he bounds in and he's all like, yeah, just do it. YOLO, for the win. I swear that kid has never had an original thought in his life. Oh, so embarrassing. My roommate overheard me the other day, like complaining about my indecisiveness, and she saunters up to the door frame, leans against it, looks at me and says, hashtag first world problems. Great, thanks a lot. Now I can feel guilty while I'm thinking about it. Oh. And my cousin would call over and she'd be all like, hey, let's chat. Which means, chocolate and chick flick therapy, which is fine. That works until the movie finishes and I will never have that perfect life and all my world comes crashing back down and I'm just wasted even more time. Oh, words fail, blank, space, mute. Oh, I just get all this white noise in my head. But, it was really good to chat. You're a great listener. So, what do you think I should do, Siri? You're right, okay? It was a stupid TV show. It was a cheesy, melodramatic sci-fi. Really? A handful of Academy cadets on a training mission and suddenly the Earth is destroyed and we're all that's left of humanity. I completely understand why you hated it. But I also get why people loved it. It was about leaving home for the first time, about searching for your identity and making a difference. I loved dressing up like Lieutenant Chloe. She didn't care what anybody thought about her, and I kind of did at the time. She was a scientist and a great warrior, and all this in spite of the way she looked just made me feel like I could be anything. And I didn't have to choose. Yeah. I liked it. Sort of make fun.
Good, thank you. Good? You can sit down or not, whatever you need, okay?
All right. I'm gonna perform Claudia from the play Nuts by Tom Topor. When I was a little girl, she used to say to me, I love you to the moon and down again, and around the world and back again. And I used to say to her, I love you to the sun and down again, and around the stars and back again. Do you remember, Mama? And I used to think, wow, I love Mama and Mama loves me. And what can go wrong? What went wrong, Mama? I love you, and you love me. And what went wrong? You see, I know she loves me. And I know I love her, and so what? So what? She's over there and I'm over here. And she hates me because of things I've done to her, and I hate her because of things she's done to me. You stand there asking, do you love your daughter? And they say, yes. And you think you've asked something real. And they think they've said something real. You think that because you toss the word love around like a frisbee, we're all gonna get warm and runny? No. Something happens with some people. They love you so much they stop noticing you're there because they're so busy loving you. They love you so much their love is a gun. And they keep firing it straight into your head. They love you so much you go straight into a hospital. Yes, I know she loves me. Mama, I know you love me. And I know the one thing you learn when you grow up is that love is not enough. It's too much and not enough.
Good job. Peter.
Thank you.
Good. Very good. Just gonna slate yourself with that camera right there, and then also stage right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Andreas Norberg.
No.
Is everyone ready?
Yep.
All right, Stan, where are you? I know you're in there somewhere. Oh, there you are. You know, Stan, I feel sorry for you. I really fucking do. Because you're the man. You're the captain of the basketball team. You dates all the pretty girls in high school. High school is your kingdom. But people, Stan is a bully. And why? It would be way too easy to say that Stan preys on the weak simply because he is a dick. No. Stan is much more complex than that. You see, according to the leading psychiatrist, Stan's a bully for one of the three reasons. One, underneath all that male bravado, there's an insecure little girl just banging on the closet door, trying to get out. Two, like a caveman, Stan's brain is underdeveloped. So, therefore he acts out aggressively. And the third reason is, Stan has a small wiener. So don't hurt yourself, big boy. Alright, thank you.
Can you close it?
Sorry, a bit forward.
Yeah.
My name is Stanley Steen.
Number 12.
Number 12, indeed. I'm from Amsterdam, the Netherlands. I'm 20 years old. Awesome.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Where's your hammer?
I left it at home. I'll be performing the final scene of American Beauty. Immediately afterwards, I'll be playing Facing Death by D.M. Larson. I'd always heard your entire life flashes in front of your eyes the second before you die. First of all, that 1 second isn't a second at all. It stretches on forever like an ocean of time. For me, it was lying on my back at Boy Scout camp, watching falling stars, and yellow leaves from the maple trees that line our street, on my grandmother's hands, and the way her skin seemed like paper. Or the first time I saw my cousin Tony's brand new Firebird, and Janie, and Carolyn. I guess I could be pretty pissed off about all the things that happened to me. But it's hard to stay mad when there's so much beauty in the world. Sometimes I feel like I'm seeing it all at once, and it's too much. My heart fills up like a balloon that's about to burst. And then I remember to relax and stop trying to hold on to it. And then it flows through me like rain. And I can feel anything but gratitude for every single moment of my stupid little life. You've no idea what I'm talking about, I'm sure. But don't worry, you will someday. Why is Death taking the train? Maybe he's in a rush anymore? Or the medicine is keeping people alive longer? Now he can just take his time and enjoy the ride. Or maybe he's just very environmentally aware. Trains burn much less energy than planes and cars. Death is doing his part to help the Earth. I wonder where death takes people. I like to believe there's a heaven. Just the fact that I see him sitting here gives me hopes that there's more beyond life. I wonder if he would talk to me. I'd love to ask him all about this. Life after death, good versus evil. Wait. What if he's here for me? Maybe I shouldn't rush things. Or maybe I should face death head on, without fear. Note to self, don't do that again. Thank you.
And down right as well.
Roger that.
Okay.
Closer.
So sorry about that. Brandon Swanson, BFA acting, fall 17. I forgot to pit 2B at NYFA, EDU. I have a face like a bowl of worms, squirming around the ticks, the scars the most. It is disgusting. A face like this. It is absurd, without meaning or purpose, and I can't honestly say if I am an experiment gone awry or if I was just born this way. I have no origins. I have no memory. All I can remember is you. When you first looked at me, when you first saw me, it's like you saw the bowl underneath the worms. Your face was like a china plate. Perfect. Whole. Pristine. And the way you looked at me, the first time you saw me, the patient has died. That much I remember. His wife wailing, but I couldn't hear her because you was there and everything else melted away. Let's have a drink. You said with your face like a plate. And we did. And we drank. And we drank, and we went back to my place, and we made love like normal people, and it continued that way for years, for days, for weeks. I can't say for sure. Why can't I remember? Maybe, if I remember, maybe I could find you. Or maybe I could figure out when, how, and why you grew tired of me. Was it then I became what I am? Your body was like liquor, and I couldn't get enough of it. Can't spend a night without you, a day, a minute, a second. I didn't know you weren't drunk off me. How could I have missed the diagnosis? How could I have avoided the bald shock, the morning discovery to wake and find your note? I can't remember anything beside you. Everywhere I go, your face is there. You will pay. Everyone will pay. You'll all pay daily. took this Voltec class one time, woodworking. I took Voltec class because, you know, it was a big jerk off. But I had this teacher by the name of Mr. Pike. I guess he was like a Marine or something before he got old. He had a hard hearing. So my project for his class was to make this box, you know, like this small box that you put things in or not or whatnot. And I figured I could get it done in a couple of days, and then I could cut class for the semester, and he couldn't flunk me because, you know, I got the thing done. So it took a couple of days, but you should have seen it. It was pretty lame. I went to go turn it into Mr. Pike, and he looked at it, and he said, "Is that the best you got?" And my first thought was like, "Hell yeah, bitch, it's the best I got. Now give me a D and shut up so I can go smoke with my boys." But it was like the way he said it. It's not like he was saying it sucked, but he was honestly asking me, "Is that the best I got?" And yeah, I know I could do better. So I started from scratch. I built another one, and around like box number 5. Whoo! You should have seen this thing. It was insane. I made my box out of Peruvian walnut and infused it with inlet zebra wood. I used pegs, not screws. I rubbed it with tang oil so the wood was nice, rich, and dark. I sanded it so much it was smoother than glass. You should have seen it. I gave it to my mom. Yeah, I know I didn't give it to my mom. I traded it for an ounce of weed.
My name is Anastasia Polishuk. I'm doing BFA acting section 2B. Death is so scary. Aren't you scared? I don't want to die. I'm getting so scared thinking about it. I can't sleep. Every night I touch my bedside 44 times and hold my breath as long as I can and pray. Please, God, don't let me die. Don't let me die. I will be good. And then I started imagining how it will be like, you know, being dead, in coffin, being all alone underground in the dark, with mice and spiders and worms crawling over me, and dead people moaning all around me and trying to call mommy and daddy, but they can't hear me because I'm so far underground. And then I start thinking about being there forever and ever and ever, until my body is a skeleton, a gluttonous skeleton with grinning teeth and no eyes. And I get crying so hard. Mommy has to come in and hold me. And oh no, it's starting to happen now. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. And now the second one.
Okay.
Don't do it. Don't open that little box one more crack. Don't ask me to marry you. Don't say another word, just listen. I can't let you do this to me. I mean, before I met you, I used to be such a bitch. Everyone at work thought I am a huge bitch. No one actually liked me. These people I introduced to you as my friends, they're not my friends. They're scared of me. Or they were before I met you. Before you, I never said please or thank you at restaurant. I never smiled or laughed at anyone else's jokes but mine. I never used to tip more than 10%. I was quick with insults. I always had a cruel word. I was cold, cross, crass, false, compassionate. But since being with you, I've begun to feel all warm inside. Fuzzy. I found myself wanting to stroll in the park and whistle. I have these thoughts, these urges to donate to charities, to help out in soap kitchens, to hug people. Since being with you, I've given nearly $10 to homeless men, helped 3 old ladies cross the street, and I bought one of my so-called friends present at a full price. And I knew she'd like it. Don't you see? Don't you see? You've made me nice. And what really scares me that you will open this box, ask me to marry you, and I will nicely say yes. And then I'll be nice for life. I'll be singing Kumbaya for the rest of my days. I will give back to the community, to the Salvation Army, to the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and I will do it anonymously. And then, one day, years from now, I will wake up and I will have this horrible realization that I lived a good life, that I contributed. Please, for the love of God, put that box away. I mean, the planet already has millions of nice people. It doesn't need me to. I am a bitch, and I want to stay that way. Please stop. Don't. I'm asking. No, I'm begging you. I'm getting down on my knees. Will you, please, please, not marry me?
Hi, my name is Tyler Bailiff from the Spring 2018 AFA program, and I will be doing 2 monologues today. The first one is called Speaking of Which. I will be playing the role of James, immediately followed by the role of Yale in Like Dreaming Backwards. I was in Miss Brown's class. Talk about the devil. One time my friend Shanique went to get her paper proofread by her, and she just assumed that she was having her paper written by somebody else, so she failed her on the spot. Like, who does that? Well, anyway, I needed a good grade in Miss Brown's class to get into law school, so I resorted to rock bottom seduction. Not like, hey, come into my bed kind of seduction, but like, hey, I made you a plate of brownies. So first day of class rolled around, and I made Miss Brown her favorite kind of cookies. See, I work over at the local coffee shop, and one day Miss Brown came in and ordered some peanut butter cookies. So I made this woman the best freaking batch of PB cookies ever. Little did I know, she was allergic to peanut butter. I mean, come on. Aren't people who are allergic supposed to have bracelets or posters or something? How was I supposed to know she was going to have a reaction? And so that, Your Honor, is why I am innocent. I did not mean to kill Miss Brown. It was all just a series of rather sad events. In fact, I regret ever even making those cookies at all. Especially because I wasted a whole bottle of rat poison on them. I sold her a ticket that night. The only reason I recognize her is because we played Foursquare together. She introduced herself to me, and I don't really remember anything we said after that, but she seemed sweet. I didn't even know her last name until I saw it in the paper. She was a sophomore studying biology. She was from Des Moines, and she had a sister in high school named Kayla. I don't even know why I know so much about this. Her picture, it was in black and white, right underneath the IDE in suicide.
I'm going to call you right there, Peter.
Okay. Okay.
It's good.
Sounds
Good job.
Thank you.
Okay? Good work, Peter. Say your name?
Garrison Markle.
Good. Good. And whenever you're ready.
A bird flew in my ass today. I was sitting down in Central Park, minding my own business, relaxing, and all of a sudden, swoop, right at my ass. A bird. So I stand up for obvious reasons, proceed to wiggle my buttocks, but nothing. I could feel its heartbeat pulsating. Strangest feeling. Anyways, I started doing jumping jacks, started skipping, started you know, doing anything I can. But no, still to no avail. Nothing. It stayed deep inside, clinging to my darkest holies. So, I remained pretty calm about things. Peacefully walked myself to the emergency room and began to explain. At first, the doctors laughed, but when I bent over to show them, they heard a noise. It started chirping. I had a chirping bird in my ass. So, they rushed me into the emergency room, fixed me up. I woke, feeling fine, you know, a little sore, but fine. As for the bird, he made it. He came out unharmed. Miraculous doctors these days. Miraculous heroes. You won't even spend the night at my fucking apartment, Beth. You can't stand to be where I live. It's the best I can do. And I clean it, and I clean it, and I clean it, and still, you make me go over to your place. And it's not because you have to get up early, because you don't have to get up that early, because you're a fucking artist in the school, for fuck's sake. I mean, what is that? But you won't let me go. And I keep wondering why. Because I know it's not because you love me. Maybe you're afraid. You're afraid you'd have to acknowledge that I'm an actual human being. And if you had to do that, then maybe you can keep treating me like shit.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you right here. Okay? Good job.
Hi, my name is Diana Espinosa.
You're ready.
Okay. Who are these women? Does anyone know? I don't recognize any of them. I want to see my best friend, big sister. The girls from the soccer team. My next door neighbor. Real women who are smart and pretty and happy to be who they are. These are real women to look up to. Let's put back life into the magazine. And fun and laughter and silliness. I think all of us want to feel something that maybe we have forgotten or turned our backs on. Because maybe we didn't realize how much we were leaving behind. We need to remember what used to be good. If we don't, maybe we won't recognize it, even if it hits us between the eyes. Means something to who? You had a career that, before the third comic book movie, before people began to forget who was inside the bird costume. You're doing a play based on a book that was written 60 years ago for 1,000 rich old white people whose only real concern is where they go to have their cake and coffee when it's over. And let's face it, Dad, you're not doing this for the sake of art. You're doing this because you want to feel relevant again. Well, guess what? There is a whole world out there where people fight to be relevant every single day. And you act like it doesn't even exist. Things are happening in a place that you willfully ignore. A place that has already forgotten you. I mean, who the fuck are you? You hate bloggers. You make fun of Twitter. You don't even have a Facebook page. You're the one who doesn't exist. You're doing all of this because you're scared to death, like the rest of us. Like you don't matter. And you know what? You're right, you don't. This is not important. You are not important. Get used to it.
Whenever you're ready.
Did I ever tell you what the definition of insanity is? Insanity is
doing the exact same fucking thing over and over again, expecting shit to change. That is crazy. The first time somebody told me that, I don't know, I thought they were bullshitting me. So, boom, I shot him. The thing is, he was right. Then I started seeing everywhere I looked, all these fucking pricks, everywhere I looked, doing the exact same fucking thing. Over and over and over again. Thinking, this time it's gonna be different. No, 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 please! This time it's gonna be different. I'm sorry. I don't like the way you are looking at me. Okay? Do you have a fucking problem in your head? Do you think I'm bullshitting you? Do you think I'm lying? Fuck you. Okay? Fuck you. It's okay, man. I'm gonna chill, Hermana. I'm gonna chill. The thing is, I killed you once. Already. It's not like I'm fucking crazy. It's okay. It's like water under the bridge. Did I ever tell you the definition of insanity?
Okay, I'm gonna stop here. Good job.
My name is Hao XU. You can call me Harlan, and I'm from Spring 2018 Acting MFA. My piece will be American Kleptomania from Alison Moore.
Hold on a second. It didn't focus right.
What? I didn't take anything. Oh, you mean this? It's just a piece of wood. I don't know how it got here. Nobody cares. All right, a petrified wood. Oh gosh. Don't even start it. This entire trip you've been judging me. 700 miles and now you judge my moisturizer, my hiking boot, my cell phone. Oh, I might add, you were very happy to use yesterday when the tire blew and you remember you never placed the freaking spear. Oh, do you? Oh, did we? Or was it? Okay, now you listen. I am a good person. I'm not an exploiter or a thief where did you get that pen? When was the last time you actually went out and bought yourself a shitty disposable pen? But here it is, on your desk. Well, how did it get here? Well, I'll tell you. You took it. That's what Americans do. We take pens from everywhere. From grocery store, from gas station, from work. If you took a computer, that would be theft, but nobody cares if you take a pen or a paperclip. But technically, you're stealing. You're a thief. You've stolen pens. That's what we're talking about here. I know, sorry. I'm sorry, can we just not fight? You know, I'm having trouble. I can't stop stealing things. It's not like I want to. I mean, I kind of want to, but I can't control. I swear to God, I didn't mean to take it. I don't remember taking it. All I want is a goddamn hair clip from a piece of wood. And it's not even a pretty one. Thank you.
My name is Zane Jones. I'm in the Spring AFA acting program. And my first monologue would be Mr. Merchant of Death by Kevin Smith. And my second one is Light Dreaming Backwards by Kelly Powell. You're spending what? $20, $30 a week on cigarettes? $53? Would you spend that much every week for someone to kill you? Because that's what you're doing now by paying for the so-called privilege to smoke. It's that kind of mentality that allows these cancer-producing industries to thrive. I sold her a ticket that night. I don't really remember anything we said, but she seemed sweet. I didn't know her last name until I saw the article in the paper. It said that she was a sophomore and a journalism major. She was from Joliet. She had a younger sister in high school named Carolyn. I don't know why I remember everything about that article. Her picture was in black and white, and it was right under the IDE in suicide. I don't know why I'm telling you this. The picture was small. It didn't look like a school photo. It looked more like a candid shot. She was sort of smiling, but she looked somehow suspicious. I have a strangely vivid memory of her face. That night, she seemed fine, friendly and smiling, and I couldn't have done anything different. And I couldn't have known what she was feeling. But then, I didn't ask, did I? I just never knew anyone who died.
Okay, good job. Whenever you're ready.
Good.
Oh, sure. A rotten part in a so-so film. Part ended up getting cut, thank God. Oh, and I was a go-go dancer in a TV movie of the week. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Commercials. I almost got to squeeze a roll of toilet paper once, but I lost out in the finals. A lifetime in this business, and I flunked toilet paper squeezing. Oh, and I was a dancing Band-Aid once. That was fun. Well, when you're a woman of leisure, what else is there to do but get a bit wild and run around? Not to mention getting fat and going crazy. Which is why I came back to New York. Which is why I'm here today, Zach. Little dear. Pussycat. I need a job. And you can't see me dancing in the chorus. Sure, I need the money. Everyone does. But I don't need a handout. I need a job. And I don't know any other way to say it. If you want me to say it again, fine. Then we can get that far. Look, I haven't worked in over 2 years. Not really. This is all I've got left. So I'm putting myself on the line. On your line. I don't want to wait tables. And I don't want to teach other people how to do what I should be doing myself. Not going back, Zach. I'm starting over again. And I'll settle for that, starting over again. You don't even want to let me try, but please, just give me a chance.
Current Maney.
A woman was gossiping about a man she hardly knew. One day, she had a dream of a great hand pointing down upon her. She felt an immediate sense of shame and guilt. The next day, she reported to the Father O'Rourke for forgiveness. "Is gossiping a sin?" she asked. "Yes, you ungrateful child. You have brought sin upon your family and your neighbor." So she immediately cried and asked forgiveness. "Wait just a moment," I want you to go home, take a knife and a pillow, go up to the rooftop, and gut the pillow with a knife. And report right back to me. So she does exactly as Father O'Rourke says, takes the pillow and the knife, goes to the rooftop, and guts the pillow. The next day she reports back. He asks, what did you find? Feathers. Feathers, you say? Right. Well, I want you to go home, pick up every single feather you find and bring it right back to me. I can't, she says. I can't. The wind had blown them all away. And that, my children, is gossip. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Amen.
Okay.
Hi, Roberti Wong, Fall, BFA 17, 1D. I need detention. I really need detention. See, this is girl. I know, it always has something to do with the girl. But this girl is special. I mean it this time. Really special. Her name is Harmony, but she goes by Harm. Cute, huh? She can harm me anytime she wants. Hey! And she has to. A couple of times, but I deserved it, cause I touched her once. I didn't touch her real bad though, just on the shoulder, and she broke my finger. So I guess he kinda held hands, you know? I was just gonna ask to borrow a pencil. You know, one of those ones she sharpens with a pocket knife and then throws them in the ceiling all over school. She even got one in the gym ceiling. You know how high that is? Like 5,000 feet. And I just stand under those pencils hoping one won't fall down and I could have one for my very own, you know. Just something to remember her by till I get detention. I gotta get detention because I want to see her more, be with her more, turn harm into harmony again. Because I see that beautiful harmony under all that black and gloom. She just needs a reason to smile. And I want to be that reason. I had to get detention. But what's something good? I mean, I want it to be really, really good so I get thrown in there a long time. Plus I have to make it worth it. Something she can respect. Oh, I know. How about giving the principal a wedgie? Yeah, that would do it. Or go all up the back over the head, mega wedgie. All right. Let's do this.
Hi, my name is Lucas Akan. Credit card ID? I'm so freaking pissed. First off, I go to Dr. Dorfman. I asked him to make me look like Gwyneth Paltrow. I get off the surgery table looking like frickin' Shrek. Then I get here, and Mr. Harper make me feel like I'm some dumb blonde with fake boobs going to Hugh Hefner's party. Oh, I'm gonna have a BF. Yes, movies. Look at them. All of those glamorous people, having adventures, hogging it all, gobbling the whole thing up. You know what happens? People go to the movies instead of moving. Hollywood characters are supposed to have all the adventures for everybody in America. While everybody in America, they sit in a dark room and watches them have them. Yes, until there's a war. That's when adventure becomes available to the masses. Everyone's dish, not only Gable's. Then, the people in the dark room,
They come out of the darkroom to have some adventures themselves. Oh, goody goody. It's our turn now. To go to the South Sea Island, to make a safari, to be exotic, far off. But I'm not patient. I don't want to wait till then. I'm tired of the movies and I'm about to move. Thank you.
Good, thank you very much.
The other night, I dreamt my father was inside a baked potato. Isn't that strange? I was very startled to see him at first, and I was afraid other people might see where my father was and how small he was. So I tried to shut the baked potato, but I guess the potato was hot, because whenever I tried to shut the baked potato, he'd start to cry. So then I just sat there and I just didn't know what to do. I thought about sending the plate back to the cook and tell him there's a person inside my baked potato. But then I felt such guilt at deserting my father. So I just sat there and I cried. And he cried. And then the waiter brought dessert, which was devil's food cake with mocha icing. And I ate that. And then I woke up very hungry. So I told my therapist about my dream, and he said that the baked potato represented either the womb or where I had placed my father during the edible conflict. What edible conflict? I always say to him, I want hands down. My therapist also said that my father cried represented him being unhappy, and me dreaming about the cake represented that I was hungry. I think my therapist is an idiot. I think I need gurus or a nutritionist. Wherever I'm doing now, it's obviously not working. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Dave Money. I'm in the Fall 17 AFA, and my best email to contact me at is dave.money@nyfa.edu, and my number is number 4. I need attention. I mean, I really need attention. You see, there's this girl, right? And I know, it always starts with the girl. But this time is different. She's special. Really special. I mean, her name's Harmony, but she goes by Harm. It's cute, huh? She can harm me anytime she'd like. And she has to, a couple times actually. It was just, I touched her on the shoulder and she ended up breaking my finger, and it was a big ordeal. And I mean, all I was gonna do was just ask her for a pencil. And you know, one of those she sharpens with her pocket knife and it throws up in the gym ceiling. Hey, you know how high that is? It's like 5,000 feet. Sometimes I just stand underneath those pencils, hoping one day they could be mine. Is that weird? I hope that's not weird. Oh, I'll just stop. It's not a big deal. I just wanted something to remember her by. Something until I get detention, because I want to see her more and be with her more and eventually turn Harm into Harmony again. So help me think of a way to get in detention. I don't want anything too intense where it looks like I'm an asshole, but I want something intense enough where I'm definitely a badass. You know what I'm saying? So help me think of no. What did I just say? No. How about giving the principal a wedgie? Yeah. Good old fashioned over the head, behind the back wedgie. This could work. You gonna help me out? Fine, I'll do it myself. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Belle Guillory. Girl, we need to talk. That guy you set me up with is a total grandpa. First, instead of texting or honking when he pulled up, like a normal person, he actually knocked on my front door. Who does that? Oh, and get this. He brought me flowers. I was like, okay. What is this? The 1980s? Anyways, then he walked me to his car, which was mega old, and he drove so slow. I think he was going the speed limit. Oh, it was embarrassing. Cars were passing us by like we were stopped. And then we finally get to the restaurant. And we're standing there, waiting in line. And I can see, clear as day, he's wearing pleated pants. So I'm like, dude, what are you wearing? Worse, he calls them slacks. Seriously, Becky, that guy was so old. I think he may have been like 40. You want to break up? Yeah. No problem. I wanted to break up too. Yeah, looks like you beat me to it. You friend? Yeah. Friends.
You gotta stop.
That'll be great.
It's okay. It's up. Good job. Good work.
Do I go twice or once?
Just show him.
Hi, my name is Isabella Bertilsson.
Good. And whenever you're ready.
Hi, my name is Isabella, and I will be performing the character Alma from Ingmar Bergman's Persona. Would you do something for me? I know it's asking a lot, but I could do with your help. It's nothing dangerous, but I do wish you could talk to me. I don't mean anything special. We could talk about the weather, for instance, or what we're gonna have for dinner, or if the water's gonna be cold after the storm, cold enough to stop us from going in. Can't we just talk a few minutes? 1 minute? Or you read me something from your book. It's not easy to live with someone who doesn't say anything, you know. Look, now I'm talking to you. But I hate talking because I still can't say what I want. But you have made things easy for yourself. You just shut up. No. I must try not to get angry. You don't say anything and that's your business, I know, but just now I need you to talk to me. I knew you would say no because you can't know how I feel. I'm just hurt. That's all. I am out of my mind with misery and disappointment because you have done me such harm. You laughed at me behind my back and people like you ought to be shot. Just imagine. I read that letter of yours to the doctor where you laughed at me behind my back. Yeah, just imagine I did that. It was still open and I got it right here. And you got me to talk. Yes, thank you.
Right. I'm Paula Alves, and I'm in the Fall 17.
Don't yell.
My name is Paula Alves, and I'm taking the Fall 17 1 year I'm in section A.
Good. Whenever you're ready.
Hi. I'm Kim, and I'm an addict. And I'm 9 months clean. When I was 16, I was babysitting my little brother, and I had taken all this Percocet, and I was unbelievably high. We had driven all the way to the park on Lakeshore, and he was in his red socks running in these piles of leaves, and he was pretending he was a train, and he was charging through the leaves and making tracks, and I was the caboose. So he kept shouting, "Go caboose, go caboose." And it was time to go, and I was driving home, and I lost control of the car and drove off the bridge, and the car fell into the lake. And I tried to take him out of his seat, but I couldn't, and he drowned. So I struggle with God because I can't forgive myself. And I don't really want to right now. But I want to be sober. And I'm alive, and I'm present, and if I hurt someone, I hurt them, and they can forgive me. Or not. But I can't change. And I just wanted to share this and say congratulations if God makes you look up. But if He doesn't, come here. That's all. Thank you.
I'm Tony Reardon. I'm in the Fall AFA acting section for 2017. Here's my email below. Thank you for watching. Okay, I'm not the kind of guy who tears across town and books a last-minute flight back to New York and knocks on his best friend's girlfriend's door in order to elope with her and run off based off of some one crazy, inexplicably romantic night. So what am I doing here, Audrey? I'm not a passionate man. I'm a fact checker, for Christ's sake. And the fact of me being here doesn't add up. It's nuts. Soulmates? I don't believe in them. No, never have. So how can I be yours, and how can you be mine? Because the fact is, I hardly know you, and you hardly know me. Now, your boyfriend, on the other hand, I've known since kindergarten. Am I really going to throw away all those years of friendship based off of what? Some feeling? Some gnawing, aching, burning, torturing feeling that's telling me that if I'm not with you, that I'm going to die a slow, horrible, painful, miserable death and my heart is going to explode into 1,000 tiny little pieces? No. Because that's the type of thing that happens in the movies. Except we're not in the movies. We're on McDougal Street, 2 blocks south of Bleecker. That is a fact. That is an indisputable geographical fact. A cold, hard, rational, black and white fact. And facts are supposed to be true. Because the fact is, I'm not the kind of guy that falls in love. Because the fact is, you're in a relationship. Because the fact is, we just met yesterday. And the fact that all this Doesn't really make any sense. But despite all these facts, you see, the problem is despite all the facts I can muster, all the evidence I can gather, there's still one thing that doesn't check out. And that is that I love you madly. And I'm not the kind of guy who falls in love, apparently, but I do. I love you madly, utterly, dearly, and truly madly. And I got something to say. I'm yours, Audrey. Utterly, hopelessly, and truly yours.
Good.
Thank you.
Who's ready? My name is Hannah Jauregui.
Whenever you're ready.
And they give you this little book before everything gets rolling. I don't remember who. Maybe the social worker? But it's this book about stillbirth, right? Called When Hello Means Goodbye. Inside it's got all this really practical information about what to do when you know you're going to deliver a dead baby. They say that you should name the baby. You should look at him when he comes out. And I know that sounds horrible and gross. Based on all these problems, I'm imagining some sort of monster, and it all sounds so sick at first. I mean, they tell you to hold the baby and take photographs of it. And I'm thinking, God, these people are nuts. That's disgusting. But then he finally arrives, and you can't help yourself. You're just drawn to his face, his quiet, bruised little body, and everything just melts away. In that moment, so happy, because you know he's real.
Whenever you're ready.
Means something to who? You had a career before the third movie came out, before people began to forget who's inside the bird costume. You're doing a play based on a book that was written 60 years ago for 1,000 old white rich people whose only real concern is where they're gonna have their cake and coffee when it's over. Nobody gives a shit but you. And let's face it, Dad, you're not doing this for the sake of art. You're doing this because you want to feel relevant again. There's a whole world out there that fights every single day to feel relevant, and you act like it doesn't even exist. Things are happening in a place that you choose to ignore. A place which, by the way, has already forgotten about you. I mean, who the fuck are you? You hate bloggers, you make fun of Twitter, you don't even have a Facebook page. And you know what? You're just scared to death like the rest of us that you don't matter. So guess what? You're right. You're not important. This is not important. So get used to it. Thank you.
Good job. Good.
Okay.
Charlie, don't you get it? I can't feel that. It's sweet and everything. It's like you're not even there sometimes. It's great that you can listen and be a shoulder to someone. But what when someone doesn't need a shoulder? What if they need arms or something like that? You can't just sit there and put everybody's lives ahead of yours and think that counts as love. You just can't. You have to do things. Like, I don't know. Take their hands when the slow song comes up for a change. Or be the one to ask somebody for a date. Or tell people what you need. Or what you want. Like on the dance floor. Did you want to kiss me? Why didn't you? Charlie, I told you not to think of me that way 9 months ago. Because of what I'm saying now. Not because of Craig. Not because I didn't think you were great. It's just that I don't want to be somebody's crush. If somebody likes me, I want them to like the real me. Not who they think I am. And I don't want them to carry it around inside. I want them to show me. So that I can feel it too.
Your name out loud.
My name is Tanina Okasine.
Okay.
Right here, please.
All right.
Anna, you're not going to believe what happened to me yesterday. So, I was going out to get ready to go with Fred. Fred. You know, the really hot football player. Fred. Yes, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so I was getting ready to go on a date with him, and I was so nervous. I didn't know what clothes to wear, how much makeup to apply to my face. Do I wear a push-up bra or do I stuff the bra? You know, typical issues that every girl has to go through. And Anna, I did one of the most awful things you could ever do on a date. No, I didn't run into my exes. No, I didn't do something clumsy. No, I didn't say something stupid. Anna? I shit my pants. Shut up, I know, okay? I was there, okay? I was really nervous and I hadn't eaten anything all day and I really had to fart. And so I thought, you know, let's just go on the date and I'll fart and do a little and move on with my night. Anna, it was more like a and I shit my pants and I was wearing this really sexy thong. And you can't shit in a thong! So I shit my pants and I was really nervous and I was walking all weird and walking like this and he was like, what are you doing? And I said, I'm really scared of squirrels and you know, they're terrifying. And he picks me up and he looks into my eyes. And it's not the type of look of like, wow, you're the one. It's more like, wow, you smell shit? And then I just gave up and I said, yes, I shit my pants, and he looks at me up and down. He's like, "Oh, poor baby, you made a poopy." Then he takes me home, and he calls me later that night, and it's not the type of call like, "Hey, let's go out again." It's more like, "So, you okay?" And his stupid friends in the background were like, "Ah, this is shitty pants." You know what? Ever since then,
Okay.
I now know.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Your name?
Mame Ikua Mensa.
Thank you, Mama.
Don't worry, boo. I'm gonna put hands on it. I'm talking hot grits, extension cords, Timberland boots. I'm gonna fuck up that bitch's Instagram account. Then I'm gonna take 2 Q-tips and put them in his pee-pee hole. And I'm gonna wipe him around. I'm gonna just swipe. I'm gonna yank him out. And then I'm gonna stick my fingers in his ass and tell him I'm checking his prostate. When really, I'm gonna yank his balls at the back of that motherfucker. And then I'm gonna put my fist so far up his ass, I'm gonna yank his heart out through the back of that motherfucker. And then, when I'm done, shut me day that shit. And then, I'm gonna stick my fingers back in his ass. Twirl him around a little bit, cause you know, I like to make a motherfucker laugh when I hurt him, you know what I'm saying?
Thank you, Mama.
Okay. My name is Jessica Victor, and I'm BFA Fall 17-1C.
Show it again. Just a second.
Right here.
Yeah.
Over there.
I'm so sorry. Say it again.
Just say what you're gonna say.
All right. Jessica Vickner, BFA Fall 17-1C. All right.
Thanks, Jessica. Bye.
All right. Goodbye. My life is a mess. I mean, look at this mess. My hair is a mess. My clothes are a mess. I want to talk to you about life. It's just too difficult to live, isn't it? And function. I mean, there are all these people to deal with. I was at the supermarket going to buy a can of tuna fish, and there was this person standing right in front of where I wanted to grab to reach it. And I waited a while to see if he'd move, and he didn't. I mean, he was looking at the tuna fish too, but he was taking a real long time about it, you know, reading the backs of each cans as if it were a book. A pretty boring book, if you ask me, but nobody has. And so I waited, and he still didn't move, and I still couldn't get to the tuna fish. And I thought about asking him to move, but he seemed so, I felt like it wouldn't do any good, no good at all. And I had this fear, and he would say something like, "We'll move when we're goddamn ready, you nagging bitch." And then what would I do? And so I started crying quietly so as not to disturb anyone. And still, even as I was softly sobbing, this idiot couldn't grasp that I needed to get by him to get to the goddamn tuna fish. And people are just so insensitive. I hate them. And so I brought down my fist real hard on his head and screamed, "Will you kindly move, asshole?" And he fell to the ground looking all startled, and a child nearby started crying, and I was still crying. And I couldn't think of what use the tuna fish would make now anyways, so I screamed at the child to stop crying. I mean, it was drawing too much attention to me. And I left the supermarket and thought I would go take a taxi to the Metropolitan Museum of Art. I needed to be surrounded with culture right now, not tuna fish.
You can say your name out loud.
Okay, so my name is Isabel Garcia. I'm in BFA, Fall 17. always been very suspicious of what moonlight does to people. My grandmother was always coming into my bedroom to make sure the blinds were down. She was convinced sleeping in the moonlight will turn you into a wolfman. I thought that if I slept in the moonlight, I'd wake up a beautiful fairy princess. So I kept falling asleep with the blinds open, and she kept coming in and closing them. She always denied it was her. Wasn't me, Precious. Must have been your guardian angel. Remember them? One night, I decided to catch her in the act. It seemed like forever. You know, when you're that age, you don't have anything to stay awake about. So you're feeling geography, so what? Finally, my grandmother came into the room, and she had to lean across the bed to close the blinds. Her bosom was so close to my face. She smelled so nice. I pretended I was still sleeping, and I took the deepest breath ever I could. In that one moment, I think I knew what it was like to be loved. I'll never forget that. Next thing I knew, it was morning, and I still didn't look like Audrey Hepburn. Now, when I lie in bed, with the blinds up and the moonlight spilling in, I'm not thinking I want to be somebody else. I just want my Nana back. Thank you.
My name is Rosa Perez. I'm 1 year acting for film. And I'm gonna do 2 monologues that I wrote myself.
You have 2 minutes, Rosa, so if you're going to do 2 monologues, they have to be very quick.
Okay. Yesterday I had sex for the first time. Ah! Yes, I know. Sex. It wasn't good. It was horrible. I mean, I don't know what happened, but it's like 2 puzzles that doesn't fit, you know? The same. I mean, what if we don't fit? What? Oh my God, what if we break up? I mean, I don't understand. I was really prepared. I really prepared myself. I watched a lot of movies. You know, when you are watching TV and you're changing the channel and then appears a sex scene and you're with your mom. So the same, but alone, and I did it on purpose. Yeah, I don't know. I wasted my time. And also, you remember in high school, when a happy woman with a man came to class, like they're really cool, and they bring a lot of colorful shapes, and they give you condom, and you have to put the condom in it, and there are thinner, thicker, smaller, larger. I was good. I thought I was good, but yesterday I really wasn't. I mean, yesterday was weird. Yeah, maybe there are people who are like sex people, and maybe there are people that just can't. I don't know, but to me, sex sucks a lot.
Okay, you have 30 seconds for the other one.
Oh. Okay. You took away my worth, my privacy, my intimacy, my energy, my childhood, my life, until today. I've done a lot of things that I'm not proud about it, like smoking joints, a lot, sleeping with people, a lot of them. I touched myself. I started touching myself really early. And while I was doing it, I was bleeding because I wasn't feeling. I couldn't feel anything. I stopped. I imagined a lot of times what it would be to have a normal dad. Like someone who plays with you, who teaches you how to ride a bicycle. But because if your daughter tells you to watch a movie, she wants to watch the damn movie, okay? And I'm not letting you do this anymore. I'm going to respect myself because I lied to myself like you lied to me, but not anymore. Because you are just a broken piece of wood.
Okay.
So burn, motherfucker.
My name is Daria Sarmientos, 1 year acting for film 2018. I live with him. I spend my life with him. I feed him, talk to him, try to listen when he talked, talk to the people who weren't there. I watched him shuffling around like a ghost. Very smelly ghost. He was filthy. I had to be sure he bathed. My own father. After my mother died, it was just me here. I tried to keep him happy no matter what idiotic project he was doing. He used to read all day. He kept him in more and more books every day. I took them out of the library by the carload. But then I realized he wasn't reading. He believed that aliens were sending him some messages through the Dewey Decimal number on the library books. He was trying to work out the code. Beautiful mathematics. The most elegant proof. The perfect proof like magic. Plus we had fashion tips, knock-knock jokes. I mean, it was nuts, but... And then the writing phase. 19 or 20 hours per day. I ordered a case of notebooks and used all of them. I dropped them out of school. I'm glad it's that.
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Taylor Storm.
Can you turn it right here? Thank you.
Okay, what have we got here? Ping, Dropper, fit. Inglewarp, carcinoma. And that's as far as I got. Okay. The entire point of this experiment is to prove that 3 monkeys typing into infinity will sooner or later produce Hamlet. And this from a guy who's supposed to be smart. I mean, what if one of us really does write Hamlet? Here we are set to prove the inadvertent virtues of randomness and to produce something that I wouldn't even recognize if it passed right through my pores. And what if I actually do it? What if I actually succeed? Will I be released? Will I get the key to a city and a ticker tape parade? Yeah. Or will they just move me on to, I don't know, Ulysses? Oh, okay, no, what, maybe something more reasonable, like, you know, the Scottish play. Hang on, wait a second. No, I've got nothing. Why did they pick Hamlet? What's Hamlet to them or they to Hamlet that I should even care? Hang on, that's it. There's the respect that makes calamity of so long a life. Exclamation point. For who would bear the whips and scorns of time, the oppressor's wrong, the proud man's contumely, if that's even a word, the pangs of despised love, yeah, the law's delay, of my thought process. To be or not to be, that is the bloody question. You know what, I just wish I could get that bloody scientist in here and see how he does at writing Hamlet. That's it. Oh my god, that's it. Forget this bloody Hamlet crap. What about revenge? I mean, he's bereft us of our homes and stepped in between of us and our expectations.
Time's up.
Jacob V. Hill.
Show a little bit.
Alright, no problem. Get a nice angle. Okay. Everyone?
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Fuck you, and fuck you! Have you even read my book? I put my blood, sweat, and tears into that thing, but you obviously don't care. No, because you guys are all big fat cat fuckers! You guys don't know what art really is. Not surprising. All you guys are fucking blind to what art is. Do you even know the word? It's someone who puts everything, their life, their death, their... How do I explain it? If I could put my entire body into that fucking book, that's what it is. So I don't care about how many pages or if there isn't any pictures. It's me. Guess I'm gonna take my book and my blood and my sweat and my tears, and all you can just go fucking burn in hell. For most guys, killing's gotta be accepted. Murder is the only way that everyone stayed out of line. If you got out of line, you got whacked. Everyone knew the rules, but even if you didn't know the rules, you still got whacked. I mean, hits just became a normal thing for people. I mean, you wake up one morning, figure out that somebody got into an argument over nothing, and boom, they're dead. There's this little thing with Billy Bats, and this is a little technical, but Billy was considered part of the Gambino crew, which was considered untouchable. If you try to hit anybody, if you want to go after somebody, you gotta make sure that you get the okay. You gotta make sure that you got the right guy, because if you don't have the right guy, you will get whacked. Thank you.
Say your name.
Jiao you want, you can also call me Tommy. That'd be easier.
Thank you.
Let's just do a start. You stupid fucking cunt. You, Williamson, I'm talking to you, shithead. You just cost me $6,000. Okay? $6,000 fucking dollars. And one Cadillac. Okay, what are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it, asshole? You're fucking shit! Where did you learn your trade, huh, you fucking stupid cunt? You're an idiot, you know that? Who ever told you that you can work with men? Huh? Oh my god. Jeez. I'm gonna have your job, you know that? I'm going to downtown. You know what else I'm gonna do? I'm gonna talk to Mitch Murray. I'm going to lip him. I don't care whose fucking nephew you are and who the fuck you know and whose fucking dick you're sucking on, you know? I'm gonna fucking swear to you that you're going out. Okay, you're going out. And you know what else I'm gonna tell you? You better rip off the joint. Okay? Because I can tell our little friend something that might help him to catch you. Anyone who lives here, who comes to this office, lives on his wits. Does that seem clear to you? To help us and not to fuck us up? Yeah. And you know what else? You want to learn a first rule you know you've ever spent a day in your life? Never open your mouth till you know what a shot is. Stupid fucking child.
My name is Josephine Morelius.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, this is Charles Bukowski, The Laughing Heart. Your life is your life. Don't let it be clubbed into dank submission. Be on the watch, there are ways out. There's light somewhere. Maybe not much light, but it beats the darkness. Be on the watch. The God will offer you chances. Know them and take them. You can't beat death. But you can beat death in life sometimes. And the more you do it, the more light there will be. You're marvelous. And the God waits to delight in you. That's it.
Okay, thank you. Do you have a second monologue, or you have time for a second monologue if you have one?
I have one, but I don't know how much time do I have left.
Like a minute.
It's probably too long. Should I still go with it?
Yeah, go with it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's your time.
Sure. Let's keep on going then.
Sure.
I don't remember when I stopped living my life and my life started living me. My mom was a Christian. A Bible slamming, fire and brimstone, hallelujah Christian. I still remember the day, the night of her conversion. I was sleeping and she tore into the apartment and I was sleeping on the couch and her hair was, well, some of it has slipped out from underneath the elastic band that she always had to put back in. And she turned on the lamps. She turned on the lamp in the little half kitchen. She turned on the lamp in the bedroom and she left the door open. So the light came into the living room where I was sleeping. And I sat up. I tried to straighten the crumbled sheets underneath me with my eyes still closed and I asked her, "Ma, why are you turning on all the lights like that? It hurts my eyes." And she rushed over to me and tore me off the couch and onto the floor and said, "Evelyn, we're gonna get down on our knees and pray. We're gonna pray that we may always live in the light from the good Lord in heaven."
Thank you. Your name is?
My name is Marina Pereda, P-E-R-E-D-A. I am from Buenos Aires, Argentina. I'm going to perform a monologue that is called Clothes by Elizabeth Sueiros.
Thank you.
mother's dead. I don't know what up. She's dead. And that was it. The night after her funeral, I went into her dresser drawers and I started sorting through her underwear, her socks, her blouses. I could smell her skin, her powder, her breath. I mean, she got herself lowered into the ground, into one of those strange coffins, and was never, ever, ever seen in the face of the earth again. I mean, it was, if I had won a medal or something, teachers would be kinder, my friends wouldn't say I suck at sports, and I didn't even have to worry about pimples. But then it all began to wear off, and I would hold up the clothes and there'd be nobody inside of them. I remember the shape of her arms, the way she painted her toenails. How can someone just disappear like that, completely disappear like that? I just can't understand it!
Thank you, Marina. That's thank you. Your name out loud so we know your voice.
Hold on.
Yes.
Hold on.
Sorry. Hold on a second.
I need
Yeah, and tell us your name.
Lucas Helmerson.
You got a lot of nerve to say that you're my friend. When I was down, you just stood there, grinning. You got a lot of nerve to say that you have a helping hand to lend. You just want to be on the side that's winning. But you say that I let you down. We know it's not like that. No. You say that you lost your faith. But you don't have any faith to lose to begin with, and you know it. You know, I know why you talk behind my back. Don't forget that I used to be among the crowd you're in with. But that you take me for such a fool to think for even 1 second that I will make contact with the one who tries to hide what he doesn't know to begin with. Every time you see him on the street, you always act surprised and say, "Hi, how are you? Good to see you, good luck." But you don't mean it. When you know as well as I do that you rather see me paralyzed. So why then don't you come to my face and scream it, huh? You know, I wish for just one time you could stand in my shoes. And for just that one moment, I could be you. Yeah. I wish for just one time you could stand in my shoes. Then you would see what a fucking drag it is to see you. Thank you.
My name is Rukan Nagamshi. You can call me Rooney or Yannigam. This is some of my classmates call me like this. Yeah. I'm not that kind of guy who spends hundreds of dollars in the last minute flight back to New York and tears across town, then runs up 6 flights of stairs and knocks on my best friend's girlfriend's door. Just to elope with her. Based on what? Crazy, inexplicably romantic night. So what am I doing here, Audrey? What am I doing here?
Thank you.
My name is Faiz bin Jurais. I'm BFA acting 1B. Put it goes down. When I start? Now?
Whenever you want.
Alright, let me tell you something. I took a lot of technique class back in high school. Actually, a lot of technique class because it was just big jerk off. But one day I had that teacher named Mr. Beck. He was a Marine or something, I don't know actually. He was hard hearing. My project in his class was to build this, you know, this wooden box. Like a box to put some stuff in. So I figured I could cut some classes off. Just he couldn't flick me off the class as long as I do this, you know, the wooden box stuff. So I start, and I finish it in a couple of days. So I showed it to him. Here you go, Mr. Pick. He looked at it and he said like, is that the best you can do? I was like, I thought to myself, hell yeah, bitch. Now give me and shut the fuck up. But I don't know. Maybe the way he said it, he didn't exactly say it sucked. But he was asking me, honestly, is that the best you can do? I thought to myself, I was like, no, I can do better. So I start from scratch. I did another, then another, then another, then another. And by the end of the semester, they were like, box number 5. Yeah, that's me. I built this. Yes, I built this. You should have seen it. It's look great. So my point, I'm gonna tell you something. There's a lot of fucking hard stuff, but there's no impossible. As long as you fucking work so hard for yourself, you're gonna deserve everything you work for. Trust me, this sounds work. Respect. That's it.
Thank you.
My name is Kanea Blokland, 416 BFA 1B. And the first monologue is my dramatic one.
You have 2?
Yes, I have 2.
You have to be super quick because we're
Oh.
giving 2 minutes to everybody.
Okay, no, the first one's pretty long, so you can just cut me off whenever.
Do you want me to cut you at 1
Yeah.
minute and then you do the other one?
Yes,
Okay.
that would be great.
All right.
All right. They cut off the water because it's over. They took the ones they wanted. Sky, Jesse, Vincent, anybody who knew anyone. I mean, you scared us, Carter. But then everything started to work out. They had maps for us, and plans for us, and IDs. They even showed us pictures of these little houses out in the country where we would fit in. They were even talking about a second wave of people to pull out of here, having us make lists. This morning, there were trucks waiting. This meeting place at the back of an empty warehouse. Daniel and I held back. Everyone happy, piling into the trucks, jumping in as soon as they could. Don't know why we held back. Maybe it was exactly what you said. We were the last in line for the second truck when I looked over at the first truck, and they were putting a lock on it. They had locked them in, and I looked over at Daniel, and he had seen it too. And I said, we have to go. And he said, go where? But I just started to run. I ran, and it was about 3 seconds before the guns were out, and they were shooting at me. And people screamed. The people from the second truck were trying to get back out, and Daniel was helping them. But I just ran. I ran, and then I got to the next building, and
I watched the rest of them being put back into the second truck at gunpoint and being driven away. And Daniel was one of them. And
You
he
can
kept...
go with
Okay.
with a combination.
All right. Do you have to state it again, or is it?
No, it's okay.
Go ahead.
Let me tell you something about Janice Ian. We were best friends in high school. I know, it's so retarded. I don't even... whatever. So in 8th grade, when I had my first boyfriend, Kyle, who was super handsome but had to move to Indiana, she was weirdly jealous of him. And I would cut her off to hang out with Kyle, and she would be like, "Why didn't you call me back?" And I would be like, why are you so obsessed with me? So anyway, I was throwing this birthday party, which was an all-girls pool party, and I told her, "Janice, I can't invite you because I'm afraid you're a lesbian." I mean, I couldn't have her at my party. There was gonna be girls there in bathing suits. I mean, she was a lesbian, so... And then her mom called my mom, and it was really retarded, and she started yelling, and then nobody talked to her at school, so she dropped out. Then she came back for the fall at high school, and her hair was all cut off, and I guess now she's doing crack.
Thank you.
So my name is Marina Borodina. I'm gonna do monologue of Commodus from the movie Gladiator. You wrote me once, listing the 4 chief virtues: justice, wisdom, fortitude, and temperance. As I read the list, I knew I had none of them. But I have other virtues, Father. Ambition, that could be a virtue that drives us to excel. Resourcefulness, courage. Perhaps not on the battlefield, but there are many forms of courage. Devotion to my family and to you. But none of my virtues were in your list. Even then, as if you didn't want me for a daughter. I searched the faces of the gods for ways to please you, to make you proud. Yet I can never do it. One kind word, one full hug, where you pressed me to your chest and held me tight, would have been like a sun on my heart for 1,000 of years. What is it? What is it in me that you hate so much? All I have ever wanted was to live up to you. Caesar. Father.
Thank you. You can drop the paper and start.
You boys did just rob a Star Market over in Malden for a box of quarters. No, you decided to bang it out in the North End at 9 o'clock in the morning with assault rifles. You fucking dummies shot a guard. Now, you're like a half-off sale of Big and Tall. Every cop is in line. Fortunately for you, this guard, who is 2/3 to a retard, has miraculously clung to life. Now, if it were up to me, and they gave me 2 minutes and a wet towel, I would personally asphyxiate this half-wit so that we could string you up on a federal M1 and end the story with a bag over your head and a paralyzing agent running through your veins. This isn't fucking tummy hopscotch anymore, Doug. I'm here today so that I can personally tell you that you are going to die in federal prison. And so are all your friends. No deal, no compromise. And when that day comes, when you start trying to be my hero collaborator so hard that I have to slap you to shut up, and that day will come, despite your pitiable, misguided Irish omerta. When your fear of trafficking in cigarettes to prevent human sexual enslavement finally gives way, I just want you to know it's going to be me who told you to go fuck yourself.
Thank you. Okay. Come a little closer, Pauline.
Sure. I just did a very odd thing. I went over to Heidi's house. I thought I was just going over there to talk with her, just to look her in the eye once and ask her if she really slept with Don while he and I were, like Sherry said. But as I turned the corner, I saw her pull out and drive away, so I followed her. I watched. I watched the way she drove. I watched the way she shopped. She's a good shopper. I hid. I stayed 2 cars behind her like on TV, and I hid behind pillars in the stores. She never saw me. I stared at her and stared at her for 4 hours, and I never lost her, and she never saw me. I didn't want to talk with her anymore. I just wanted to watch her. On the way home, I thought, my God, why am I doing this? But I just kept following. I thought, I should be mom doing this. I should be mom driving this car. And then I thought, I am. 'Cause I love mom. I thought of how I'll be in 10 years if I stay with mom. 'Cause I can't be mom. How can I help her if I'm just like her? I want to leave tomorrow and I want to stay with you. Is that all right?
Thank you.